It's wiggling. So I'm going to try this. I don't know if I can talk and concentrate on plying at the same time. I'm plying a single strand into 3 strands by chain plying, which is also called Navajo plying. Mostly by white women in yarn shops. That's a whole another rant. This is giving me an absolutely disproportionately huge forehead. Do you see this? Oh dear. Oh dear, how about that? So you're not going to be able to see what I'm working on with my hands. Now it's giving me a big chest. I cannot get camera angles correct. Anyway, it is 3:35. This is my second cup of tea of the day. Already had my 4 cups of coffee. I ate something. Not much, but something. Leftover tamale pie. I had a spoonful of Nutella. That's my food for the day so far, which is better than most days, in all honesty. I'm going to dye or bleach my hair. Do you see how gray that is? Do you see how gray that is? Like streaks. Do you see that? I'm old. I'm old. Yeah, you can't see how thin it's getting up here, but it's getting incredibly thin up here. Because old lady hormones. Or old female body hormones, we'll just call it that, because I ain't a lady. Anyway, I had things I was going to talk about. I completely forgot what they are. Completely. It happens. The blanket coat is mostly finished. It's right there. It's called a blanket coat because if you set it down on a couch, it looks like a blanket. I don't know why they're called blanket coats, because it's heavy crochet. My eye itches. Yeah. So these are my fingernails. This is what happens when you have a bad kidney. They're rock hard. I can turn screws with them. They're at a length here where I have to cut them in the next day or so, because if I catch it and snag it, it's going to break right in there with lots of blood and trauma and pain and everything. So I'm going to have to cut them in the next couple of days. Used to be, people made a big deal about long fingernails. I'd get compliments at the grocery store. Oh my God, your nails are so long. What long nails used to communicate is I don't have to wash my own dishes. Because you wash dishes, your nails get soft, they break. You do scrubby housework, your nails get soft, they break. And having long fingernails was a way of saying I don't have to do housework. I have a housemate, a maid or a housekeeper. Then came acrylics and gels and all those, and now you can have long fingernails and not have to worry about them breaking so easily doing housework. And along came dishwashers, electric, and your nails aren't as much danger. For me, in washing dishes, I can wash dishes for 15 to 20 minutes and then my nails get soft and gummy. And if I keep washing, they get weird feeling. My fingertips feel weird. And when they dry, they delaminate. It's really, really traumatic. And then I can't use my fingertips for a week or two because my fingers hurt and are sore and are painful. So I wash dishes in 15-minute increments. I'm working on plying this, so there's going to be a lot of moving the thing. It goes onto a bobbin, and there's 5 sets, so you fill the set, and then you have to move it to the next hook. And you fill the set, and then you have to move it to the next hook. Some modern, expensive spinning wheels automatically adjust. They have like a spring or something that just slowly but surely moves over, and then you only have to do the carriage return like a typewriter once every now and then. Speaking of old tech, typewriters. Anyway, I have long fingernails. I need to cut them. I have gray hair. I'm going to probably just put some color in it and see if it sticks, in all honesty. anytime I bleach my hair out, I'm really happy for about a week, and then I'm traumatized because it doesn't grow out right, and it doesn't hold the color, and. So I have to keep reminding myself of that I won't like it a week later. Or else I had to use Dollar Store Red or Dollar Store Blonde by now. I have some Dollar Store Green. How bad can Dollar Store Green be? Really, honestly, how bad? You know? I may do the blonde. I don't care about being blonde. It's not about being blonde. It's just about affecting my appearance to try to keep the dysphoria at bay. Something like that. Anyway, so I've already gotten most of today's to-do list done. I got some sleep last night, if you didn't know, if you didn't notice. I went to bed at 11 o'clock and I fell asleep, and I slept until about 4 o'clock. And then the husband got up to get ready for work, and I vaguely remember him saying goodbye at 5:30. And then I woke up at 10 o'clock, so that's 11 hours, probably 10 solid hours of sleep. It makes a huge difference. I was watching a TED Talk today, and she was talking about how we start our day with the comment, I didn't get enough sleep, I don't have enough time, and we set ourselves up to fail. And I was like, that's fine and dandy if you got enough sleep. But if you didn't get enough sleep, you didn't get enough sleep. And a lot of times healthy people underestimate. They think that because they said I didn't get enough sleep, I have insomnia, when instead of getting 8 hours of sleep, they got 6 hours of sleep. Somebody did that today, by the way, on my feed. They made a comment about their insomnia, and it turns out they missed 2 hours of sleep. That's not insomnia. Insomnia is a medical condition. Insomnia can really, really wreak havoc on your body, your immune system, your emotions, your mental health. Insomnia can cause you to hallucinate. Okay? Insomnia can mimic depression, and insomnia can mimic a manic attack. You missed 2 hours of sleep just means you're tired. You wanted to sleep and you didn't get those 2 hours of sleep yet. You're tired. Maybe you weren't athletic enough or active enough that day. Maybe you've got some emotional issue you need to deal with. Whatever, that's not insomnia. I have a huge canned rant on don't take health advice from healthy people. You would think, well, they're healthy, they know what to do. No, because they've never had to deal with it. Okay, their worst cold, their worst flu is you on a good day if you've got chronic health problems. Don't take advice from chronically healthy people. Don't take advice from chronically happy people either. They have no idea. Back when I was younger, I used to rail against perfect people. Because there are lots and lots of perfect people out there. They have perfect teeth, they have perfect skin, they have perfect health, all this stuff. And as I got older, I realized that I was using the word perfect to mean average. Okay? Yeah, they've got really nice teeth that they didn't have to buy out of a box or take out of a jar. They have really good skin because they have really good medical coverage because their doctor makes certain that they have good skin. They don't have things like this sucker right here that's outpatient, okay? Any doctor can zap it. There's another one right there, okay? Any doctor can zap them if you have insurance to cover it. I ain't got the insurance. Me, I'm liable to light a match and heat up the back of a needle and see if I can't cauterize the thing to get rid of it. I've done that on quite a few of them. People who, when my father-in-law got sick with his remember what it was. It's one of the cancers that's caused by Agent Orange, and it's a blood-based cancer. And basically it causes lots of anemias. And when he got sick, he had always been a generally healthy person. He had a bad knee, but that was it. He had no emotional reserves for how being sick wears you out, wears you down, eats you up. I have a friend right now who is sharing her cancer journey on Facebook. And it's another blood-borne cancer. And she's talking about her treatments and treatment fatigue and all these things. And with a couple of exceptions, she's gotten really bad, health-wise. But for the most part, she's where I'm at every day. This is just my life. I had a bad reaction to Tegretol. I was taking it for seizures. And the doctor at Group Health did not catch that I was having a bad reaction. They thought I had the mumps. And when it turned out it wasn't the mumps, they decided it was something else and something else. And it took 6 weeks. And all the while the Tegretol was killing my bone marrow. So I have limited function. I do make some new blood. I have a busted gut, so I don't digest, which means I don't digest a lot of the minerals, and I don't digest a lot of the B complex vitamins, and so I have anemias from that. So I'm diagnosed with thrombocytonemia, and okay, I'm not going to be able to say all the different names. The last time they did the workup, they came up with 19 different anemias. Okay, iron is the least of my problems, and I will always have people try to give me advice on iron. Always. Iron and B complex. These are the ones they know because they have a period, and the doctor told them that they were anemic because their period, and therefore eat iron, and then you won't be anemic. Well, that's fine and dandy. My bone marrow makes tiny little red blood cells. Tiny little red blood cells that are malformed. Half of them couldn't pick up an oxygen molecule if my life depended upon it. Most of the time, I have an aggressive immune system because I make too many white blood cells and they're bullies. Sometimes they go away for a while. Hawaii almost killed me. It was kind of special how bad it got. Coming back, getting over Hawaii almost killed me. I had pneumonia for 5 months. Yeah, I'm rambling. I admit that I'm rambling. Stream of thoughting while doing this plying, which probably not the best idea. Anyway, I am at a state with my health that I know I'm not going to get better, per se. But I'd like to get better-ish here and there. Does that make sense? Big, huge forehead. See, I should be doing this. There. See, this is how I should be sitting. But I keep leaning forward to spin, and you get this. And that's a bad thing. Okay, how's that? I quit spinning. There we go. I tip that forward and show you what I'm working on, but meh. Anyway, anemias. See, anemias, that's what started all this. I know that's what started all this. I did an AMSR for spinning earlier, and this whole line, you can't see it right now, but I looked like I had skeleton painting going on. And it kind of got to me, and I cut the video off early. Yeah. I'm good with where I'm at in my life. I am. I'd like to have more energy. I really would. I'd like to be able to do the things I could do 10 years ago. But between 2011 and 2009, I started treatment. From 2010 2010 to 2012, I was getting blood product every 6 weeks to 3 months. 2013, he told me to go home and wait to die. Learn how to spin. It's terminal. I started a business. I had a really good, fun couple years. I really did. I spent more money than we could afford. It was a blast. Would I do it again? Oh, yeah. We went to Hawaii in 2016. I spent the last 30 years telling my husband I'm going to Hawaii when I turn 50, and he took me to Hawaii when I turned 50. And I meant, when I said that back then, I meant I'm going to move back to Hawaii whether he goes with me or not. Okay, can you see the bruising? Can you see the bruising? Yeah, my ankles have bruises. It's fun. Anyway, Hawaii was a setback. I did not anticipate that when I had lived in Hawaii before, the volcano had not been active, and therefore the VOG was not the issue that it was when we moved to Hawaii this time, and the VOG was active. If you're going to move to a different locale, go stay there for 3 months and make sure you can tolerate it. Yeah, I have these things right here. If I had money for cosmetics, I wouldn't do it. I was going to be a dermatologist, you have to remember that. So this kind of stuff is what I trained in. Yeah, see, take 10 years off right there. Right there. See the difference? Yeah, it's stupid. There. No, still have them. Gotta come in on this line here. Back in the 80s, we used to take a string and super glue it right here and reach and pull and super glue it to the back of the head. And super glue it here and pull as tight as you could and super glue it right there. And do this. And do this. And it was a poor man's, well, Botox now, but back then it was a poor man's facelift. Because that's what facelifts do, is they pull the skin back, they make a snip, they pull the skin back and they tag it. So you super glue and you pull and you super glue and you pull, and you can do a really good job. And it lasts about a week, maybe 2, depends on how greasy your hair is. We used to do that all the time, and we were young, okay? We didn't need it back then. So now I look at this stuff and I'm like, yeah, that might be why. Absolutely why. I'd like to get rid of the chin. Okay, so this right here, where you get the double chin going on, okay, which most of the time looks fine, but then you'll catch me at a wrong angle and it doesn't look fine. It's genetic, okay, like the jowls, the waddle is genetic, okay, but the exercises that go, I'm going to do it, I'm really going to do it, like that, regularly, that hurts really bad, by the way, for me. Regularly opening up, you see the big mouth thing that the Asian chicks will, and you press, that actually does help this, okay? The other thing that helps is just moving the skin, because this is fluid, and you can pull it out, okay? So it actually does help. You have to do it every day for like 6 months, but it does help. I have lymphatic drain issues. Water will get into anywhere and then it can't get out on its own, and you have to massage it out. Okay, which we found out, we were still in Pennsylvania. The one leg swelled up like an elephant, and the husband had to do lymphatic drain massaging because the insurance wouldn't cover it. Yeah, elevate your feet, that kind of stuff. Like I said, I'm rambling. You can see my messy house in the background. I got some candles lit on the St. George, and I think, yeah, there's a couple of different Mother Marys there. I got some candles going. That's me. I think I'm out of things to say. I'm tired. Physically I am tired. I slept, but I am tired. But tired is an emotional state. It's, I want to go crawl back in bed and go to sleep, and I'm talking myself into a yawn. Okay, that's a subject. Sympathies. I sympathy yawn. I can talk myself into yawning. Can you see that? I don't think you can see it. This eyelid is just like twitching like mad. I sympathy yawn. I sympathy puke. If you puke, I'm gonna puke. Okay, if you talk about puking too much, I'm gonna puke. That's all strictly up in the brain. Okay, there was a study a while back, dog sympathy yawn, dog sympathy puke, sharks sympathy yawn, and sharks sympathy puke. So it goes way back in the genetics, but it's also pack behavior. Anyway, I'm going to let it go at this point because I'm tired and I'm out of things to say and I'm just rambling and I want to get this plied. And it's almost 4 o'clock and I want to get a little bit more dishes done. And today is my day to bake 5 pounds of bacon. Yum. I bake it. It's bacon bits, end cuts from Winco. I bake it, I drain off the fat, and then I use the fat to fry my eggs or my potatoes or anything else in for the next month. And then I put the bacon on a cookie sheet in the freezer, freeze it, and then drop it into a bag or a bowl. And I have bacon bits for cooking with for the next month. So that's my day today. Later on, I'm going to bake bacon. I have to wait until closer to when the husband gets home because in all honesty, you don't get this big with self-control around bacon because I've been known to eat all 5 pounds of the cooked bacon in one setting and complain for 3 days. And I'll let you know tomorrow how that goes. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.